terrifying types of Khyak from Nepali folklore. Long ago, elders in Nepal believed that Khyaks were not just one creature. There were many kinds. Some brought wealth, some brought madness, and some were said to follow humans home in the darkness. Even today, many people still whisper their names carefully after sunset, because according to old Nepali folklore, speaking too much about Khyaks can attract them. Tonight, you will hear about the most terrifying types of Khyak ever feared in Nepal. Seto Khyak, the spirit of wealth. Long ago, a starving merchant prayed every night for money. One midnight, he heard chewing sounds from his storage room. When he opened the door, a pale naked creature was crouching in the darkness, eating uncooked rice with long trembling fingers. Its eyes reflected the oil lamp like an animal. The merchant froze in fear, but the creature spoke softly, "Feed me, and your house will never know poverty again." From that day onward, the merchant became rich beyond imagination. Gold filled his home, food overflowed. People envied him, but every night, neighbors heard scratching sounds beneath his floorboards. Then children from the village began disappearing, one by one. Years later, after the merchant died, villagers entered his house. Under the floor, they found tiny human bones, and beside them, fresh footprints. Kalo Khyak, the thing beneath the stairs. In an old newer house, a family became rich almost overnight, but nobody visited their home after sunset, because every night, people heard something moving beneath the stairs. Dragging, breathing, laughing. One boy secretly entered the house through a back window. Inside, candles surrounded a dark hole beneath the staircase. Then he saw it. A black creature crouched upside down like a spider. Its arms were too long, its mouth stretched across its face, and the family was feeding it raw blood in bowls. Suddenly, the creature stopped eating. Slowly, its neck twisted toward the boy, and it smiled. The next morning, villagers found blood leading into the house, but the boy was never seen again. Lanpan Khyak, the endless road. A traveler once crossed a forest path after midnight. After hours of walking, he realized he kept returning to the same broken shrine, again and again and again. Then he heard laughter in the darkness, soft at first, then closer, then directly behind him. But every time he turned, nothing was there. Suddenly he noticed footprints beside him in the mud, bare human footprints, walking beside him, matching his speed, but nobody was there. By sunrise, villagers found him sitting on the road whispering. It kept walking next to me, breathing into my ear. His hair had turned completely white overnight. Dhapalan Khyak, the rooftop creature. One stormy night, a child heard heavy footsteps running across the roof. Thud, thud, thud. His mother whispered, "Do not look outside." But curiosity defeated fear. The boy slowly opened the window. At first he saw nothing, then lightning flashed. A giant hairy figure was crouched upside down on the roof edge. Its arms bent backward like broken bones. Rainwater dripped from its teeth, and its glowing eyes were already staring directly at him. Then it whispered the boy's name. The next morning, deep claw marks covered the roof, and muddy handprints surrounded the child's bed. From that night onward, the boy never slept without screaming. Bhakun, Gwara, Khyak, the rolling death. An old man once walked alone through the hills after sunset. Then he heard it, a rolling sound, like a giant stone crashing downhill. But there were no rocks. The sound grew louder, faster, closer. Then suddenly, a round black shape rolled past him in complete silence. No face, no legs, only dozens of blinking eyes covering its body. The old man ran, but the rolling sound followed him all the way home. That night, villagers heard him screaming inside his house. Don't let IT in. By morning, he was dead, and the floor outside his door was covered in wet circular marks. By morning, he was dead. Baray Khyak, the Faceless Watcher. During an ancient ritual, a young girl stayed isolated inside a dark room for days. On the final night, she woke up hearing breathing beside her bed. Slow, wet, heavy. In the corner stood a pale human-shaped figure, completely still, watching her. The girl whispered, "Who are you?" The figure slowly stepped closer into the candlelight. It had no face, only smooth skin where its eyes and mouth should have been. Then suddenly, a smile began tearing open across its blank face. The girl fainted. When elders entered the room the next morning, every mirror inside had cracked. Bun Khyak, the field spirit. A farmer guarded his crops after villagers warned him about the spirit living in the fields. Near midnight, he saw glowing eyes moving between the plants. Then whispers, hundreds of whispers. All around him, the crops began moving even though there was no wind. Then a crouched black figure slowly rose from the field. Its body was thin like a corpse. Mud dripped from its skin, and its jaw hung unnaturally low. The creature whispered, "This land belongs to the dead." The farmer ran home screaming. The next morning, every crop in the field had turned black, and human footprints covered the soil, except the footprints had toes facing backward. But tell me honestly, if you encountered one of these Khyaks late at night, what would you do? Which Khyak terrified you the most? The Seto Khyak, the Kalo Khyak, or something even worse hiding in the darkness? Comment your answer below. And if you enjoyed these dark Nepali dantyakathas, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more terrifying folklore, forgotten legends, and ancient mysteries from Nepal and beyond. Because some spirits were never meant to be seen.